there was just some times where I felt like, what have I done? And by the end of it, it was so overwhelming, because it's like you wake up in the morning and you've got to hate everybody. Like, and why?
I just I couldn't convince myself that the shit that I was saying was real anymore. And from there, I was slowly moving just away from all of that, and I started thinking this shit is fucking dumb. It's stupid. I'm missing out on so much in life by limiting my interactions with humans to a group of fucking assholes, honestly. And I gotta hate everybody else. And I don't like none of the white people neither, because they're all race traitors. Like, come on, man. Like, who? It's just us?
I always had questions. I always didn't really feel that the things we believed were true, that racial differences were a real thing.
That's when a friend of mine from the movement was murdered. It was an unrelated attack. However, of course, the group had flipped over the narrative to say someone had attacked him over his affiliation. It's a hate crime against our people, blah, 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 whatever. That's when I started thinking, how much do we actually buy into these wild deceptions of ours? And this persecution complex that we hang on to, how true is it? And of course, years later, I can say it's all a bunch of bullshit.
What is this really useful for? What are these groups useful for? Like, what are they doing? I lost my job. I lost all my friends. I barely talk to my family. My wife hates me most of the time. That became a big question in my life of, why would I ever want to be this person? And I was walking around for years feeling like that while I was in the group.
It's more worried about what I was going to do afterwards. Like, what the fuck is going to happen afterwards? All I know is this. All I knew was being a skinhead, and I don't know. It was very scary. You don't do something for 20 years and it take overnight for you to be able to get rid of it.
Not something that anybody can convince you need to not be doing. It's something that you have to get to yourself to realize that, this is wrong, and I am harming myself and society.
It's okay to take time to move past these things. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a week-long thing. It could be a lifelong thing. And that's okay. We can accept that, because we can get better. Just like we got really bad, we can also get good again.